What a week. What a game. What a night, Saturday night at Navarre Stadium. Wild one, 42-41 Weber State. This is Poke Nation. Coach, what do you think?
I thought it was an unbelievable game. I thought the last drive was epic. I thought that we moved the ball. I think going for it was the 100% right call for a lot of reasons, and I'm proud of our team. And look, the thing I love about Coach V is he's not the woe is me and all. It's just like, hey, look, this is what we did, boom, 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 and that's what leaders do. That's why this football program is going in the direction it's going. Look, we all want to win, but I was really proud of the group.
Jim Gizzolo, Heath Schroyer, Poke Nation. That was what the football you wanted to see, though. You wanted to see offensive football. You got offensive football. Like to see a little better defense, but you like to see a little offense. The thing about it is, though, is I think you're starting to see an attitude and a culture develop and change in front of you. I said you got to go to 2 because you don't want to have that sitting back attitude we've had for a long time.
100%.
We want to be attacked. We want to go for it. Play was there. The kid made a nice play at the end, but that's the type of game you want to see here. Good opponent, high-scoring game.
100%. I mean, look, I think we played really well. I think the game day was great. I mean, the salute to the service, first responders. I mean, all of that went really well. We had a really good crowd, and I mean, look, we played a really good football. Yeah. You know, we just we were about 3 yards short and 1 play short. Yeah. But we really came back. We had a great run, and that last drive though was really, really impressive. I haven't seen that since I've been the AD here.
No, it was different, and you've seen a quarterback grow into a position and grow into a leadership role in Jake Strong. Player of the week this week, that's announced on Monday. He went 20 for 39. He threw 39 times. He ran the 19-yard touchdown in. I mean, you're finding out that you got the guy.
We got a quarterback. Finally, you know, since I've been here, like we actually have a quarterback. And I think Jake is only getting better. I think that Coach V, Tyler, I think, has done a great job both as a coordinator, quarterback coach. You can just see the kid getting better and better. The game is starting to slow down for him. Yeah. And you can really see that. So it's exciting. I mean, look, you're at this level or any level, your football success really is determined by your quarterback, and I think we have a really good one.
And Trevante Citizen, the local kid, going for 79 yards, 10th longest touchdown run, coming off a 68-yarder by Bice Strong. Right. You've got some weapons that you've never had before and are using them, or maybe you're just using them differently. I don't know, but this moving forward, this is not going to be, well, we blew a chance and we're going to fall apart type of situation. Yeah. This was a building moment.
It was, and I think that 100%, I think there's a little bit of both. I think we've had some of those weapons. I think they are truly getting utilized. We just got to get better defensively. We have to tackle better. I'm sure that's going to get addressed, moving forward. But it was a great game. We had a chance to win against a really, really good opponent, and you want to bring those kind of opponents in here. So it's been really good. I mean, I'm excited about where we're at, and more excited about where we're headed.
And a couple of things from last week. Two major things, I thought. You signed to play Northern Arizona, 2 years in the future. Northern Arizona also from the Big Sky. An interesting place because I've been to the dome there in Flagstaff. People always say, why do you need a dome in Arizona? It'll snow 1.5 feet in Flagstaff.
It's always 72 in the dome. Yep.
It will. And secondly is you're going to the Bahamas. Your women are going to the Bahamas.
I know. I'm excited.
Were they upset about the fact that the men were going?
No. It was something that we talked about, to build the program. We were looking at it for years in the future, potentially even next year. But there was an opening, and they called, and we jumped all over it. So I'm excited for them. I think it's a great recruiting tool. I think it's an unbelievable opportunity. We're going to play really good opponents. And again, just continuing to enhance the brand. And from a women's basketball standpoint, when you go to the in-state tournament now, you actually get a unit. So that is a huge deal. That's why I think the Bahamas trip, going and playing really good opponents, is going to help our net. And I think that's a real positive.
So really, it's not just so you could get another cup with a little umbrella in it in the middle of
No.
All right, because that's what I think it is.
Of course.
But you don't get this without her, right?
I don't think so, no.
Because you don't get that call.
No, 100%. Look, I mean, Coach Gazzardo has already paid dividends. She's been unbelievable in the community. Our ticket sales are up in basketball. I think a lot of it is because obviously the success we've had, but also we have a relevant women's program now too that legitimately has a chance to win a championship. So it is paying dividends to have her here. I mean, she made her rounds at the block party. She's a pro's pro. She gets it. She understands. We're excited. I'm so excited about having her.
Does she shake more hands than you?
It's close. It's close. No, but I will tell you this. She has done a phenomenal job, but you're right. We don't get that call to go to that tournament without Ayla Gazzardo as our head coach.
And one thing I want to point out to people that always say, well, you guys aren't close to FBS and that. Just remember this. Utah State, I went over the numbers. Utah State played Air Force at home the other day. Mm-hmm. They drew 17,000.
Yeah, for sure. 11. Yeah, I mean, when we go there this week, I mean, there'll be 15, 16,000 there. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be good, but it's not going to be great.
But it's not like you're that far behind.
No. I mean,
you bring Air Force in here, you outdraw that.
Probably. But look, I'm excited about the excitement and what we have going on with our football program. I think that the last game, that last drive was, like I said before, it was epic, and I think that we have the right guy, we have the right pieces. We're only going to get better, and I think it was a defining moment, and I loved going for it. I think it was the right call, and I love Coach V for that type of attitude.
When we come back, Dr. Rousse will join us talking enrollment.
Here we go.
After this on Poke Nation.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. How about we got the man, the myth, the legend, President Dr. Wade Rousse. Welcome back, Doc.
Buddy. Good to see you. Thank y'all for having me. Such a good time to be with you guys.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He is. I just ride the caboose. I just try to hang on for the ride.
Just right in the check.
That's the way we roll around here. Thank y'all for having me. This show's still in the air, huh?
We actually get ratings and everything now. It's unbelievable. But it's all because of the guy behind the camera.
There's no doubt. Marcus drives this thing, no doubt about it. I used to watch this thing before I moved into dorm and lost my cable TV. So I don't get to watch it as much.
You can
anymore.
go online, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Sawyer
but
online.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that. I mean, you're gonna have to probably put it like a
Guy,
favorite
your
on
guy,
my
your
page
guy over
and
there is
everybody.
online with all these things.
Yeah, I don't know how to click on online stuff.
Okay, so Doc, it is, this show obviously comes on Wednesdays. We're filming on Monday, September 15th. You have some incredible news that I know you want to share. I'm excited. The executive leadership team is excited. People are excited. Tell Polk Nation what's going on.
We are super, super pumped. In fact, we're breaking this right now. I met with the data team this morning to put together all the data that's going to be released in a press release, I think at noon today. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be out there, but you're the first ones to really see it sort of in real time, if you will. So, you know, we all love the Zor, right? We all love him.
Nostradamus.
Unlike my dear friend, my best friend, and our athletic director, who doesn't read the paper. I read the paper constantly. So what I do is one of my probably faults in life. I read the paper constantly, and what I've noticed is that, you know, good journalism is about evidence. It's about evidence, right?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of guys around here have opinions. Now, this is America. It's the greatest country this world's ever seen. You have the ability to have your own opinion. But today I've got you a little present.
All right.
I'm bringing you a little present called facts. Bringing you a little present called facts. Again, this is America. You're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. So here's all the facts. I just wanted to make sure it was going to be that clear for you. So I'm going to put them in order so you can see them. From 2000 and, what is that, a long time ago, 2009 up until 2023, this was our enrollment picture. It was not very good. It goes from about 9,000 to 6,000. Interestingly enough, they hired me on April 25th, and our chairman, who I love, who's probably going to watch this, so I'm going to be careful what I say here, is Chairman Mark Romero. He brings me in a little private sector, and we're arguing about my contract, and I said, I want to know how we're going to define wins. What are we going to be judged at? He says, it's all going to be about the A's and the E's. I'm going to hold you accountable to enrollment. And he shows me this picture. So I go back, come to our leadership team, say, listen, we're going to build a strategic plan that completely drives enrollment. Everything we do is going to drive enrollment. Obviously, that drives revenue, that drives financial sustainability, and then we can continue to change lives for a long, long time to come. So that was the motivation behind that. I'm going to leave that right there so you can see that actual facts.
But 14 straight years.
14 straight
of
years.
declining enrollment.
There was a little blimp here was flat, but for the most part, the downtrend's very, very clear and downward facing. Would you agree on that? The facts? You can see that?
Yes, I see the facts right there.
Okay. Our first fall, we had total enrollment up 3%, which was the first increase in 14 years. I'm going to put that right here. Then spring, we had total enrollment up 3.6%. You like your present?
Yeah.
It's good. 3.6%.
Lar, but
which was the largest increase in 15 years. And we're announcing today that the fall of 2025, total enrollment is up 5%, which is the largest increase in 22 years. Our first-time freshman class is up 13.3%. Over the last 45 years, there's only 1 year where first-time freshman is larger than 13.3% in 45 years. In addition, in terms of levels, so I like at growth rates. I'm an economist. I like to value things on growth rates. So we talk about, the second derivative here is positive. So this is what you call sort of exponential growth, if you will. It's going up at an increasing rate. Can you see that? That's why I had this evidence. 3%, 3.6, 5%. So it's parabolic growth, which is something that should be celebrated. We've got to all gas, no brakes as we continue to go forward. But in addition to growth, which I think is most important, is growth rates. Levels. In terms of levels, this is our largest freshman class.
It's a big deal.
Since pre-hurricanes, pre-COVID, pre-everything, in a school that's not rebuilt but about 50%. So I am super excited about our team. I'm super excited about our university, where we're going. We had to do a little cultural change. There were some folks that wanted to make excuses. We want to say that we're going to be excellent, and we're going to continue to not hide behind enrollment. We're going to grow enrollment, and that's going to allow us to change lives for generations to come. So we had a little cultural issue, but we've addressed that, and I think the evidence is overwhelming, which brings me back to how we started this little segment. You're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. And the evidence is overwhelming, and we're super excited about the McNeese family. I'm just picking on you. You're part of the McNeese family.
The fact that I know this is happening because I can't get a parking spot.
That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'll tell you a story about a student complaining about parking and how we ended up celebrating that. But it's just, look, a lot of people, athletics plays a big part in that. In my press release today, I'm going to reference our run in the tournament. In the press release that's going to come out later today, we're going to talk about how this thing has completely turned around in spite of our campus not being rebuilt yet. We're going to get a new student union that is going to change everything, and we think this is when I keep telling you about parabolic growth. I think you're going to continue to see that. We're making a big deal about this because we want folks in the community to know that, hey, it's changed here, and you should come be a part of it and come ride for the brand. And we're really, really excited. I've got professors that are laser focused on placement rates and getting students jobs. We've got a enrollment management team that has completely turned upside down. We've completely changed the processes there, laser focused on recruitment. And everybody on this campus is recruitment, retention, and job placement. One more thing, I know I'm running out of time, but one more thing. We get it, we got them here, and we're really excited about that. But our student affairs groups has got the first year experience that we rolled out. We got a grant to fund it, that we're really investing a lot of times on their first year experience and student success to make sure that we can improve retention rates. So it's truly everybody. It's everybody on campus, from athletics to academics to student affairs to business affairs, being fiscally responsible. I mean, it's everybody in the building or in the McNeese family pulling in the right direction. And that's why we say we ride for the brand. We want you to do the same.
When we come back, we're going to talk about how athletics plays a part in that and where they're going to go next after this.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
We're back with Dr. Rousse talking attendance, talking enrollment, talking wins, talking sports. How does this, because you say all these things are going up on campus, all the things are going up on this side, how do they parallel each other?
No sides in our mind. There's no sides. It's one team, one university. It's all an intentional plan that was started in athletics when I was executive vice president. Athletics was moved underneath me. We started to make a very, very big push then in terms of raising money to ultimately raise the profile of the university that would drive enrollment. Make no mistake about it, that we're in the business of changing lives. The mission of this university is to provide a life-changing higher educational experience, and we like to say talk is cheap. We measure that with placement rates and starting salaries. Pre-graduation. I don't know anybody else that collects that data pre-graduation. We've got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. We've got a long way to go. We've got to get a lot better, but we've got it pointing in the right direction. We're really excited about it, but I don't like to think about it as two different sides. Geographically, we're located a little differently. I'm adamant that I want to see those athletes on campus, in the classroom, getting a life-changing higher educational experience. Because you know as well as I know, we all play our last down at some point. You all shoot your last shot at some point. You all pitch your last pitch at some point. The question is, was that a life-changing higher educational experience? Is the network that you developed on your team, on that campus, in that classroom, do you have a network that can help you throughout life? And do you have the skills to be gainfully employed upon graduation. That's what keeps us focused. I don't think about it as two different entities. I think about it as one entity. Athletics plays a part, no different than theater, no different than our banners program, no different than all of our other outreach programs we do on campus to get folks excited.
So, but and to emphasize that, you always talk about with the executive leadership team that there's one checkbook. Talk a little bit about that, and also talk a little bit about, we're the only university, maybe I'm wrong and you can correct me, but I think we're the only university in the state that is cash flow positive.
Yeah, I don't know if we're the only, but we're one of the few for sure. And that's not a metric that gets thrown out there very often. I mean, people kind of tend to hide cash. We, as you know, from the executive leadership team, we mark our success by cash. We don't want to find ourselves in a situation as some of our peer institutions where we need cash to make the end of the year. So it's a big driver for what we do. It's the bottom line. This year we were cash flow positive. I don't know that a whole lot of other institutions were cash flow positive. We certainly were. We did a little bit different this year. We had to go to the state and ask that we could provide that bonus in cash. In other words, we made money over the academic year and plow that back into our faculty and staff. The state doesn't allow you to pay bonuses, so we had to label it as a one-time supplemental pay.
Right.
And it's going to be in all employees that meet the profile for the last, if you were here for 5 years, you get a certain amount. If you were here for the turnaround, you get a certain amount. And that's going to be deposited in their check for September. So again, it's one checkbook, it's one university, it's one team. That's been a big part of our cultural turnaround. We want faculty and staff to come to athletic events. We want athletics to support faculty and staff, again, as one university, as we're ultimately in the business of changing lives. We're not, I can't stand to lose. I can't stand to lose in marbles. I cannot stand to lose. Don't misunderstand. That's why I keep score. I believe in keeping receipts. That's also why I love athletics. When you walk off the field, there's a scoreboard to look at, and you know if you won or lost and how you got to make changes to get better. And I'm not saying, I did bring this to tease you a little bit, but I didn't come here to really say mission accomplished, because we are nowhere near being mission accomplished. But I am saying I want to recognize my team, faculty, staff, community, students, everybody that has bought in to, we're going to ride for the brand, and we're not going to take excuses, and we're going to be the premier institution in all of Louisiana and Southeast Texas. We have that in writing. I mean, our strategic plan is one page, and a lot of people don't like us. I think we sound a little cocky, but our vision is we want to be the premier regional institution in all of Louisiana and Southeast Texas. Our mission is to provide a life-changing higher educational experience, and we're going to measure that with placement rates and starting salaries. Our values of faith, family, hard work, teamwork, collaboration, those things are important for us. So if you believe in that vision, if you believe in that mission, you embed those values, we say you ride for the brand. That's a lot of things to say if you're sitting down trying to explain that to somebody. So what do we do instead of explaining all that and say we ride for the brand? We simply say go Pokes. So every time you see me do this and you think it's just a college deal, I tell my kids constantly, if you don't believe in that vision, if you don't believe in that mission, if you don't embed them values, then you don't ride for the brand. Don't do this. Because if you do that, you're symboling, you're sending a symbol that you believe in all that. And, and it has worked, and they bought in.
With all this, how much have you changed the kind of lifestyle or the entertainment value or the on-campus experience for kids?
Yeah, I love to tell the story. Last semester, Angela and I live in the dorm, as you know. Have a beautiful home south of town, but the first 12 months we were in there in this position, we slept in our house 5 nights. We still were back in the dorm. As soon as soccer moved back into the dorm this summer, we moved back in with soccer. I haven't been home since.
Why don't you live in the dorm?
It's very, very important. But the reason I tell that story is, first, I'm a little anal, I'm a little protective, and I walk campus, and I want our students to see me. We got students that knock on our door to go to the cafeteria with us, but I get woken up a lot. People dragging in the middle of the night, so it tends to wake me up. I don't sleep much. I'm a 4 or 5 hour guy anyway. I'll get dressed and I'll walk campus. And when we first moved, 18 months ago on campus, or 16 months ago, whatever it is, nobody was there. And I was like, what the hell? I was here in 1989. I thought I was at Princeton. It was the best college experience I thought anybody ever had, and it bugged me. And right before the end of last semester, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm walking through the quad, and I hear a bunch of giggling, and it's like midnight, and I'm thinking, whoa. So I walk into that thing, and when I turned the corner, there were a couple of Kappa Sigs out there, and they said, "Doc, we're not doing anything wrong." I said, "No, you're doing everything right. In 1989, I played hide and go seek in this exact quad, and you should be doing the same thing." So we've seen the culture change. And in fact, I said, "I'm in the next game." So they started playing. I went back to the dorm. They're still looking for me. But the point is, we've seen a cultural change, but it's really going to elevate in my mind when we get that new student union built. It's going to be a place to congregate. It's going to have good food there. There's a dining room for executives. I'm going to host all of my lunches there so I can get my elected officials on campus and kind of see the vision of where we're going. I mean, it's an exciting time to be a McNeese Cowboy or Cowgirl.
When we come back, we'll get Coach's final thoughts after this on Poke Nation.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
We're back, and Coach, I guess the biggest interesting thing about that is he took some Schwer energy drink or something.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he brings it every single meeting, every single day. He motivates me. He motivates everyone around him. It is true. I really don't know if he sleeps because, why
don't you sleep in the dorms?
Well, I mean, there's no room. It's not room for he and I both to be in there. And I don't want to tell a student that they can't come there. We have a waiting list for housing.
Yeah, I know. That's interesting.
First time in 20 years of that, probably too.
You need the athletic dorm.
Yeah, I mean that'd be
because
good.
That way you pay. People think I'm kidding. You end up paying yourself because you're not paying out.
Yeah, it's more to it than that because there's obviously the food situation, and then I mean it's. It's not as simple as, hey, go build a building and pay yourself. I mean, people say that, but it's not as easy as that. But I will tell you that it's remarkable of the turnaround. And he does not take enough credit because it all starts and ends with leadership. And he is by far the best leader I've ever been around. And I will tell you this, we are best friends. And I mean, we talk a lot. But make no mistake, he's harder on me probably than anyone else. Like he really, really is on my butt a lot more than people think. And I love it because it makes me better. But I don't think he does sleep because I get emails. I'll wake up at 6:30 and there's an email at 4:30 a.m. that he sent. And I'm like, does this guy ever go to sleep? But that's the type of energy you need to turn around something that for 14 straight years was going in the toilet.
Well, but in a way, and I've always said this, is it mirrors. I've always said it mirrors, when you do well in sports, it mirrors enrollment.
100%.
It always has.
100%. Look, athletics is the brand of the university, and the brand of the university recruits students. It's really
also
is that simple.
free advertising.
100%. I mean, the Clemson win.
And then the Purdue game.
Yeah, we crashed the internet. Like, I mean.
What I tell people is the Purdue game was the only game on that morning.
That's right.
And there's only 2 games on the second weekend or the second round where you're the only game. It's the first game on Saturday. It's the first game on Sunday.
Right.
And you were the first game on Saturday.
I know. And not the internet, but we crashed our own website, right? And it was hundreds of millions of dollars of advertising to have that kind of exposure. There's nothing that can do it, especially at this level, like men's basketball can. But I'm excited. I really am. And those numbers are really impressive. And I'm really, really humbled to play a small part.
And now you get to go to the Bahamas with the women's team. You'll be so you're gonna island hop now. Is that
unbelievable?
He swear island hop. You get out the grass skirts, the hula girls. It'll all.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving on the island. That'll be Heat Shore. We'll see you next week after the Utah State game on Poke Nation.